Good evening, everybody. I realize I am coming to you belatedly. We are basically at the time I would normally stop streaming. I did get off work early, but I had a whole bunch of other things to do, but not the things I was expecting that I would need to do. So I don't even know what's happening. But we are here. I am looking forward to doing some XCOM tonight. There was a side of me that was mildly tempted to do Outlast because I am also looking forward to more of that. But I think I can save that for after the stream. So I just want to make sure that the bit rate's where it needs to be, and then we will be able to, great, we'll be able to jump into XCOM 2. We are in the weird. Sorry, I'm just seeing some awards that I got. Anyway, let me just jump into XCOM 2. This is going to be a bit of a weird one because we don't have the Chosen anymore. I made some coffee, by the way, so just getting that out of the way. How you doing, Narkexy? I guess it's technically Christmas Eve for me for a few hours still, but very Merry Christmas to you. I know I do like Christmas streams, but I I need to appreciate like half of my audience actually will already be watching on Christmas. I was a little disappointed. I was going to be sending out some gifts for people on Steam, and then the one thing, so just to be clear, I fully understand why Steam does not allow purchases based on like differences in regional pricing. Like I don't like the fact, but I also understand their sort of very privileged position in the gaming ecosystem, the opportunities for arbitrage. Like I understand on paper why the system is the way that it is, but from a customer point of view, this idea that you know, like my usual experience of this pricing thing is I want to get it as a gift, and it's like, it's usually there's somebody on a wish list, like I'm going through somebody's wish list and I'm like, I love this game, I absolutely need to get it for them. So I add it to the cart, I add that person as the gift recipient, spend some time to think, okay, I'm going to write, here's the note I'm going to write down. I get ready to pay, and like right at the moment where I'm supposed to seal the deal, it's like, nope, can't do it. And so, like the thing is that there are a lot of very smart people at Valve. I was and still am kind of excited by the prospect of the Epic Games Store. Once some of Tim Sweeney's behavior sort of behind the scenes was revealed, and once he started going a little aggro on... Oh, thank you very much for the resub, Narkexy. And that is exactly 3 years. That's amazing. Thank you very much. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'll get the rant out of the way. Like, it is hard to be as enthusiastic for... Like, so I think the idea of introducing competition, trying to lower the... trying to lower the cost to people on the the platforms, these are the things I think in general we should be happy for, if not more competition, at least the threat of competition. And some of the promise I saw in the Epic Games Store didn't necessarily materialize, but I think one of the things that I quite like on the Valve part of the equation is that they genuinely seem to be outcompeting the their the alternatives. So, obviously there are people who really like Steam. Now, I will say some of that is because they are very attached to their existing Steam libraries. But I would point out that it's actually an inferior choice for me to buy a game on Steam right now. Because if I get it on the Microsoft Store, chances are I'm going to be able to play it on my Xbox as well. Or if I buy something on the Apple Store, I'm probably going to be able to play that on my iPad. It's really only when I buy it on Steam that I don't immediately get access to these alternative platforms. Although if there is a Mac version, at the very least, I'll be able to, play it on that. And yet, Steam, for a number of reasons, is still my default choice when it comes to buying and playing games. And for a while, other firms, like sufficiently large firms, did find it valuable to, build up their own storefronts and, avoid that fee. And I realize that indie developers are mad about the lower percentages once you get certain revenue thresholds. But listen, that policy exists so that the people who have an outside option will in fact be considering whether or not it's worth building up sort of a competing platform. So, and this is the thing, right? The promise of competition is not that the person coming in is guaranteed to capture part of the market share. Essentially, what I kind of want is Steam to earn its percentage, and it's hard to say that they didn't in the more intense period of competition. But I will still say, right, one of the reasons why I do want competition, and I'll also mention EA Play, which or I guess the EA Store at the time, that was the first one to introduce refunds. It was Steam added refunds after EA added it. So it's also worth remembering, as much as people want to give the image of good guy Valve, they are actually responding to things that their competitors are doing. And of course, nobody wants to credit EA with anything. But yeah, so with that in mind, right? I'm happy to see that there are improvements that seem to have come as a result of this competition. But I will say, from a customer service point of view, one of the biggest black eyes, in my opinion, of the Steam platform is, I do not think a customer-focused company would have the kind of experience in terms of gifting to international friends. I do not feel any customer-centered company would voluntarily choose the system that Valve has right now. I think Valve is responding to bad actors, but unfortunately, in responding to bad actors, they have made a suboptimal customer experience. And I think in the end, the marginal value of improving that customer experience isn't high enough to, have the really bright minds at Valve go into fixing it. And I think that's a real shame, because it is one of those examples where, I just don't see the same. I see the refund thing being something that Steam will immediately respond to, because they realize what a potential threat that is. And I just don't know, because the regional pricing thing exists because of their very large share of the market. So unless, a competitor achieves a very large share of the market, they can't really have that same sort of threat. Or at the very least, be solving that problem in an interesting way. So sort of, and obviously Valve is going to want to, stop that prior to the issue that would help. So I don't know, I just don't see how that is going to change, but it has been a multi-year issue that I've had with Steam, and it made particularly in Christmas, it actually is one of those things that makes me feel kind of bad, because I like giving gifts, and I like being able to share games that I'm interested in with people, particularly weird ones that they would never buy on their own. Anyways, that rant out of the way. I forgot. We have a not so simple mission.
Moving to position. Moving on target location. Watch my back.
So far, so good.
So it is decided.
I definitely hear something like the, I don't know if it was a mech or a turret, but there's definitely something that caused me concern. Do I not have a... Oh, that's right, I don't have a ranger.
Rolling out. On it.
All right, so this opening turn, I mean, this is all really just about trying to move as close to the future action as possible. I do realize that we're going to have a there's going to be a fight, right? Like
Roger. Got my eyes on.
we're going to need we're going to need to you know, have a big what do I want to do here? Let's get Mega moving up. So we basically want to get as close as we can to the objective.
Moving to designated position.
All right.
Looks like hostiles over here.
Now, this is the most unfortunate. So I'm going to settle for... this is a tough one. Sorry, I'm going to do a temp save here because I am going to make a guess that this... So if anything, this is just teaching me line of sights again. But my guess here is that Outrider gets detected.
No time to spare.
That's good to know. Weirdly enough, that didn't result in a detection.
Beat feet.
So Stormwalker's got to get close to the action
A
here.
good decision.
I mean, none of these are particularly encouraging positions, but
Copy that.
a little troubled by the lack of options over here, but I'm happy to Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I think I will settle
Orders
for
confirmed. On the move.
this position.
Eyes on the prize.
Okay. So I do have some genuine questions as to the best options here. One regards... So I guess we really can't know which of the two haywire protocols are going to be more effective. Well, only one of them is visible, so I suppose that answers that. So, the other big problem here is that it's not so clear to me
Affirmative. Covering now.
that we have great Overwatch options.
Reapers are always vigilant.
Come get some.
Going haywire.
So, not a great chance, but... Danger for the back!
Taking control. It's blocking me out. We've been spotted.
Interestingly enough, it does not appear that does not appear that the yeah, it really doesn't feel like the damn, that's a pretty good flank. So I kind of want to just blow up the turret, but we also have a chance to really like nail
Finally.
an enemy here.
You want some more?
It's not enough to kill. Damn. Alright, you know what? Let's settle for what we can do.
Suffer my rage. They're well protected.
Well, this isn't exactly a surprise. Although the
They're
miss is
targeting
welcome.
me. This fire is getting dangerous.
Okay. So, Ellen Ripley doesn't have the Haywire protocol. My big question is if we can get Mega involved with... not really. But I can probably take out the Purifier. Okay, not a great opportunity, but let's see what we can do.
Missed. Running dry.
Let's see what we can do. Okay, that's still not enough to kill, sadly. So my preference would be to hit the Viper, but...
It's that damn armor.
Yee!
We can no longer hide.
That is not a good time for that, for us to get discovered. So we'll still make the
I will tear
we'll
you
still make the
apart.
work turn. That's right. We'll still make the turn work. The big thing that I want to do is try and position myself in such a way that I'm going to be able to go after the Viper when the time comes. I think I'm going to have to settle for hitting the Archon. So it'll be mad and it'll probably do some nasty damage to one of my units, but... Oh! Oh dear!
I didn't come here to die. I don't feel so good.
It's supposed to be high cover.
Menace 1-5, the clock is ticking. That detonator isn't going to wait. Get to the vault and disarm it before we run out of time.
For the Templars!
Wow! That wasn't enough to finish it. Okay. I am curious if the momentum's going to allow me to take the objective.
I've spotted our objective.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. We have positive confirmation of the target package. Move to acquire.
Okay, we don't, but let's see what we can do with this. So I don't really think I have any other option but to take out the Viper, otherwise we...
Good riddance.
But the question is, how do we handle the
You
sort
must
of
keep me resupplied.
intermediate goals? So obviously these Archons are going to be a problem. And so is the Spark. This is just generally a bad place for this character to be. It's not a very high to hit. So Mega, again, sadly is exposed to the wrong kind of people. Yeah, this doesn't let them do anything. I'm assuming combat protocol doesn't end things with the Archon. Okay. So I have there's a few kind of competing priorities here. So like one would be combat protocol on the, okay, yeah, the turret's not doing the thing either. I mean, one option I potentially have is the grappling hook. But that doesn't necessarily lead me anywhere. Like, it leads me... Oh, actually, no, this is a possibility.
Deploying grapple.
Nope. Alright. I
They
thought that...
keep these trains running around the clock, but you'll never see them loading or unloading any cargo. At least not where anyone can see it.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We'll settle for
Haywire's
Haywire.
a go.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
I have a feeling this is going to be a
Didn't
repeated,
get it. Steer clear.
level. All right.
Headed there now.
Actually, I should have gone behind the.
Target down.
Yeah, that's still not going to be enough to take out the super heavy. So.
Shot wide.
Okay, so my big
I'm
question
empty.
here is, do I try a Deadeye on the Spark, knowing it'll divide in two? Do I try a normal shot on the Spark with a higher chance? You know what? Let's do, let's try and, or not the Spark, the Codex. Apparently not enough to finish the job. Oh, lovely. Sorry, can't accept. This is admittedly the team that's probably a little more forgiving for losing people, but especially losing people to that grapple. I feel like we can do better. Or the game can crash. One of the other things I should consider with the number of enemies I have, temporarily disabling things like the turret and the mech. Like I am trying to be a little bit more, you know, make bold moves, try and let things like flanks, you know, grant more mobility and things like that. And so that does sometimes translate to me not thinking as sensibly about potentially taking something off the board in terms of, you know, just like losing it for a turn, right? Because like if an example I would give would be like, think about what would happen if we temporarily disable the turret and the mech. Well, that means we get to focus on the Archons and the Viper. Now that seems to me like a good use of the time. So, anyways, let's I'm gonna try a couple things. So,
On the
pity.
margins. I will tear you apart!
well, at least that gives us Dragonova again.
We're not far from the objective.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. We have positive confirmation of the target package. Move to acquire.
At least an alien that
I am at your service. My
what happens if we accept our new alien overlords and they're actually better masters than our current world leaders?
Remaining.
The game actually deals with that, Revive Snow. The like, so the world is presented as something of a utopia, of course. But
Need to reload.
there is a there's an underbelly that's revealed. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to accept that life is sadness
Heading out.
sometimes.
Looking a little ugly.
So the idea is that it's a well-run world, save for the fact that humanity is being exterminated and the genetic material repurposed. But for those of you who do not know, Revive Snow is a wonderful...
Accessing system.
No! Why would you even... That better not cancel my turn, otherwise I'm resetting this. Alright. Yeah, anyways, Revive Snow is a wonderful broadcaster. Sorry, I also need to make decisions.
Grapple out.
I'm gonna have to
They keep these trains running
repeat
around
at
the
least a
clock,
few of
but
the
you'll never
mistakes
see
from
them
before.
loading or unloading any cargo. At least not where anyone can see it.
Do I want to try Haywire Protocol? Do I want to... Yeah.
We could use one of those.
Anyway, sorry, this is such a crappy
Piece of cake.
shout out to Revive Snow, but I'm getting beat up here. So this could have some implications for the train. But I'm somewhat content in the team's abilities to handle most of this. Okay, so I need to be a little careful in terms of the order in which I do this. So I'm going to fire the pistol, but I'm going to fire it on this codex here. Now that does leave this unit exposed to the... Actually, another thing I'm going to do. Stormwalker will hack the chest. But I want to get them straight out of the train immediately after this. I mean, low chance no matter what, but...
I will return the item safely to
Menace
headquarters.
1-5, status confirmed. The charges are inactive and the package is secure. Eliminate any remaining hostiles near the AO.
Okay.
This one is uniquely graceful compared to some of the
Good
other species we've seen.
God!
It also gives off very strong psionic readings.
I don't think I can handle this many, Alright. So, Mega has got to get out of this area.
Finally! I'm ready.
Okay, Ellen Ripley's also got to get out of here. But ideally, Ellen Ripley is going to be in a position to fire on one of the aliens.
Moving out.
There was definitely a codex somewhere here.
Throwing grenade!
So the new arrivals here have complicated the picture somewhat.
Moving out. I strike from the darkness. I have no more rounds.
Well, so much for the cover.
We can no longer hide.
That went all right. Revive Snow. I didn't do too much, but I don't think that's terrible for Christmas Eve.
Got it.
So I think the train's
Locked
going
and
to like
loaded.
just explode in a spectacular way, and everybody close to it's going to die. No, it is still around. That is kind of awesome.
My suffering increases. Enemy chases my life.
Jesus Christ. Okay. The Templar is now my new favorite character. Dan, that wasn't disabled all that long. All right. Let's take some pieces off the board.
Hostiles pacified. Ready to go. I loaded these cartridges myself.
I'm a little more tempted to see what the high explosives do here, because we need to get through that. I mean, it only shredded one. I probably could have got more than one. I'm genuinely unsure what to make of this. Well, I don't want to destroy Dragonova's cover, but...
Catch.
I'm hoping the thing just falls through the roof, but it does not. Alright, so the obvious temptation here is to melee attack the Archon. I'll take stun for 2. Okay.
Don't move. You'll be all right.
Mega kind of needs to get some healing in. Unfortunately, well, we can still do some damage to the turret. Yeah, that's actually enough to... Obviously, it'd be nice if I can apply this... Okay, it'd be nice if I could apply this to the real enemy. Oh, it's not dead yet. That is upsetting. I feel like I need to... Who's the teamwork? Oh, it's so tempting. So I'm going to skip the combat protocol. I'm going to do my best with the super heavy. Okay. So we still have some stuff that's going to...
X-rays got me flaying.
Ooh, that's going to hurt. This seems bad.
We will see them again.
Yeah. I think let's try back to turn 5. I can try and run through it, but I will confess I'm a little surprised at the train explosion that eliminated the cover. There might be a way around it, but I feel like at this point there were enough things that both did and didn't go my way for it to be interesting. Okay, so
My strike surges forth.
first task. Sadly, not enough to finish the job.
A clear path to the objective.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. We have positive confirmation of the target package. Move to acquire.
I'm on the move.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't like being shot.
I would have disabled the turret first. Alright, that is going to change how I do the turn a little bit, but... That's another thing I kind of need to learn about, is the way the turrets...
Your friends will join
the
you
way their line of
soon.
sight works, but...
My ammunition is nearly depleted.
Let's see if we get lucky with the Archon.
Gotcha. Need to reload.
Tired of waiting around.
Now at this point I'm actually willing to focus down the turret.
Hit the armor! Gonna need to reload soon. Moving to position.
Alright, so that's not the highest priority enemy right now, but it does save me some future heartache. Oh wow.
Target neutralized.
Alright, I'll take it. Think I could reload, but I think I'm gonna settle for a pistol overwatch in case they try to do anything funny.
They got me flanking my position.
Okay, so
Adjusting sights.
depending how this Archon moves, Overwatch. All right, so Volcano. Well, Volcano needed to get out of the area anyway, so I don't know, unless I wanted to do something like a frag grenade, but
Good to go.
he's got the armor, so arguably anybody who can. Well, that still took a lot of damage.
Locked and loaded.
So it would have been nice to try and get the so it would have been nice to try and get the extra, I don't know, targeting. But I'd like the aim from the holographic sight, but I don't think
Item
that's a
collected as you
reason.
requested.
I don't think it's a
1-5,
reasonable
status
expectation right now.
confirmed. The charges are inactive and the package is secure. Eliminate any remaining hostiles near the AO.
Okay. Gonna try not to trigger those enemies at the far end, but I think I moved. Yeah,
This
I
one
moved
is
like this last
uniquely
time.
graceful compared to some of the other species we've seen. It also gives off very strong psionic readings.
So I'll do my best with the rather bad situation I find myself in. I don't quite feel like I need to move right now. So I've got a 71 or a 61. I think higher expected damage is the better call. I should have reloaded before I did that though.
On the margins. Need a resupply.
Okay, so Ellen Ripley's got to get out of the danger zone. I don't know if those are far enough, but I feel like this may be a little bit too much of a retreat. It's actually a lot less cover than I appreciated. So I think I'm going to have to accept this as a second best. Everybody's grazing it.
Gotta do better.
So hopefully Huntsman does something to impress us. Not with those odds. I think it might be better to go for the higher expected damage. And I'm gonna have to reload. Ouch.
Not even close.
Alright. So, it seems to me like we can afford to reload. And then, try and chip down the... Next turn we should be able to do something a little more meaningful. But right now we just need to survive. Okay, so everybody's got to clear the train. But otherwise, I think we can manage.
One hurt a little.
I maybe didn't appreciate that they get a free free action after the pinions.
Need to find some new cover. In my possession. My time is getting shorter. Me.
Now I do have a few ideas of how this turn might work out. Actually, I think first thing we got to do is with Huntsman.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so they only get to fire with the pistol, and apparently nothing's in range. So, it's a disappointment.
Covering now.
So I think shredding the armor is probably the most important, but that is not a good chance to hit. So my alternative is we execute the Archon. Well, I did say we needed to clear the train. I think that includes this cover. So what's my... oh man, I don't have a next best. Okay, well, we'll do our best with the situation we find ourselves in. I'll take it.
Give me a minute.
I didn't see any armor go. Okay,
Affirmative, moving out.
the group's a bit
Got him.
spread out, and obviously these are... I've got a lot of
My
healers
ammo's
that I
running
want
low.
to...
Power of the tempo.
So I think moving to safety is the order of the day right now.
No
Let's
retreat.
see how this works. Again, we need
Their armor
to
is
shred the
decent.
armor as much as we can.
I have almost no ammo. Another victim of the false gods.
Ah! Alright, we're gonna take it from the last turn. In fairness, I did forget that gateway does damage.
I'm being flanked.
Okay.
Reloaded. How many is that now?
So my question here is, can we get Ellen Ripley to target this unit? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, we could try a really bold one, but...
Ready to rock. Got it covered.
I'll be honest, I'm not convinced that sort of falling back and healing up is off the table in this scenario.
Dashing.
Feel the power of the Templars.
So we know Dragonova's at risk in her current position. Drawback is not a lot of better alternatives. Like, at least this is high cover. So double move. I mean, I guess we have this, but I don't feel super confident in it because of that explosive barrel.
Position confirmed.
I feel like this one I just need to
Moving to
overwatch.
Overwatch. It hit the plate.
Yeah, that didn't do anything. So obviously the priority's got to be on the Sphere of Death. But
The elders
that's a lot of damage. Okay, so let's start. So Volcano. Unfortunately can't target the Sphere of Death. So I'm going to do something a little crazy on this one. I'm actually going to try and do one where we put some people exposed out in the open. And this is kind of assuming,
Done.
and maybe assuming in a not helpful way, that we can take this out in one turn.
I'm all right.
God, it gets more armor when it... okay.
My training fails me. My ammunition is almost gone.
So surely this counts as like a duplicate. Wow, that doesn't count as a robot. I mean, 4 damage through 4 armor is still nothing to sneeze at, just... we might be able to make something happen. Okay, so that's a 43 as opposed to 57. I mean, none of these are great, but let's try and take the damage we can. May not be enough for the Reaper. The Templar, rather.
This world is ours!
Well, I'll take stunned.
I only struck their armor.
Cool. So I'm assuming the exposed guy's gonna get.
Do not pity their savage.
That one's gonna be a hard one to work around. Oh, that'll actually probably be the turn where the guy died. Nope, it's just the start of the turn. Okay. Problem is, there really doesn't seem to be a version where we can target target the thing we want. I suppose my one other alternative is to try and lob a grenade, but I guess that puts us in the same problem. We can't actually reach. Okay, so here's a question. If I take Ellen Ripley and I move her up like
Hitting
this.
there now.
So we still get the combat protocol. Now I think the biggest thing that I want here is we want to maximize the damage while the armor's low.
Missed.
I think this ignores armor anyway.
Got it.
Oh, problem is this isn't going to give space for Stormwalker, so...
A focused strike of power!
So obviously it didn't stun it, so... That's going to have implications for the remaining damage.
Grenade out.
Actually, I should have checked to see if he could have... It would have been better if he fired on it. Okay, well, decision's made now, so...
Couldn't get through the armor. I have almost no ammo.
the rest of the team might, though.
Let's move already!
I don't think that's enough to take out the gatekeeper. I can, however, see a different order in this turn produce more promising results. So I think my alternative would be to try and shoot at it. I mean, it's 50% chance to end it, or a guarantee that,
Together we are strong!
that's bad.
A lasting strike.
I'll take it. So we have a very obvious candidate to finish this off. Wait, really?
For the Templars!
Status confirmed.
All right, that was a
All
weird
hostiles
one,
are down
but
and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Affirmative, covering now.
it turned out. Also, I don't know if I'm doing... I feel like I've fallen out of the habit of explaining what I'm doing, so if anybody does have questions, please feel free to ask them. I'm going to try and get...
result of dissident activity have been dismissed as radical propaganda.
I'm going to try and get a little bit better at that, but I... especially when I'm, like, reloading and trying to figure things out, I'm starting to get into my own head a little bit more, and I don't like that.
I'm glad to see that our cooperation with the resistance factions is going so well, Commander. Their soldiers seem to be a big help around here.
Alright, we've got a major, so Shadow Step, almost a must. Exchange and Arc Wave. Yeah, we're gonna do both of these, even though it'll dip into the XCOM AP. What is Canada up to during this invasion? I believe Canada, in Vancouver specifically, is the location of the first mission, Revive Snow. But we are taking a... It is not like... actually, there's a way of identifying if people have seen The Man in the High Castle, the TV series, without reading the book. Because in The Man in the High Castle, the book, Canada retains its independence. Whereas in the movie, they lumped it in with the conquered United States, like the broader North American Reich. So yeah, Canada in this case is lumped into the broader world government. All right, we got a Codex Bray in a stock, a Hair Trigger, Illyrium Core, a Superior stock, Advent Priest Corpse, Purifier Corpse, Mech Wreck, Viper Corpse, Archon Corpse, a Turret Wreck, a Gatekeeper Shell. The organism within the Gatekeeper's shell is highly unusual, seemingly reliant on the shell itself for sensory input. Long sequences of engraved symbols, not unlike ancient hieroglyphs, adorn the inner lining of the shell. Shieldbearer Corpse and Trooper Corpse. Gatekeeper Autopsy. Our initial readings of the odd spherical creature we encountered show it to be of immense psionic power, potentially rivaling that of the Elders themselves. It may be possible to reverse engineer its biomechanical components for use in our own equipment.
Hello, Commander.
Your team did an admirable job in recovering the tissue sample analysis from the field, Commander. The loss of this material will no doubt be a blow to the aliens' development of their current project. All right. So Anastasia is going to be afraid of Archons for a bit, but I think everybody needs to heal up anyway. Aliens probably saw our winters and decided it wasn't worth it. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in Eastern Europe have brought us reports of activity we may want to investigate. So not now. And that is because I want to finish the radio relay. Yes,
Setting
we'll
course
settle for that
the
first.
South African sector.
Together, we have succeeded in our task.
Our quest proved fruitful. The engineer we found is both grateful and eager to serve. Alright, so assign a new action. This is really about leveling up some of the lower level characters at this point. So, can improve combat intelligence. Yeah, I think combat intelligence is the right one to do. And maybe we'll divide this by classes. So I've got 3 specialists, 4 sharpshooters, 3 rangers. Okay, so I've got a surplus of sharpshooters. Scotty Gray is currently, or Beatrice Lopez and Scotty Gray are both the lowest level, so. Although I guess I don't really need Will for a. You know what, doesn't matter.
Our order is clear, and we will obey it.
Okay, so I remember there was a point where I wanted to deploy an engineer somewhere. Right, it was the this is a tough call. I will put them in the proving ground. But it does suggest to me I should get at least one more.
We completed our research in remarkable time, Commander.
Research complete on powered armor.
Commander, we still have the body of the recovered alien test subject in storage. I can begin an autopsy at any time. It could lead to critical breakthroughs in our own research and scientific development.
Powered armor, codename Goliath, August 31st, 2035. From what we've seen of the aliens' activities and their lack of regard for human life, preserving those of us that are still around has become a task of equal importance to eliminating the alien threat itself. The success of this entire undertaking hinges on our ability to keep our soldiers healthy and ready for battle at a moment's notice. In working towards that aim, our latest armor prototype utilizes more of the alien alloys than we'd previously assembled, and as expected, the durability and potential for damage mitigation is extremely impressive. Initial trials show the armor to be capable of withstanding a direct hit from focused plasma at 5 meters, enough so to increase survivability by a substantial margin. I plan on advising the senior staff not to inform the troops of any perceived toughness associated with the suit. I would hate for our forces to grow reliant on it, despite our best intentions. Elshin. Celestial Gauntlets, a small Illyrium power cell scavenged from an unknown piece of Advent technology, has provided the Templars with the means of further amplifying their psionic energy harnessed by these gauntlets. It is still unknown whether their mastery of this power or the technology they have created that allows this blend of opposing forces. We do autopsies that way. Warden armor, our new mastery of the aliens' Illyrium technology, has led us to the ultimate in battle armor, the Warden armor. Illyrium-powered armor provides unprecedented survivability and versatility in the battle against increasingly powerful alien enemies. New Proving Ground project available. Warsuit. By harnessing the power of Illyrium, it may be possible to create a new heavy-powered armor suit capable of generating a defensive force field, not unlike those used on the alien craft. Wraith suit. Having seen the aliens manipulating psionic fields for a variety of purposes, we've theorized that it may be possible to traverse through the physical confines of our world by developing a psionic field enmeshed in a specially designed light armor suit. Technology breakthrough, improved assault rifles. Commander, we have made an astounding breakthrough. We must begin researching improved assault rifles immediately, otherwise the opportunity will be lost. The thing is, I don't think we're using assault rifles. Ah, here we go. You'll get a chance to see an autopsy right away, Revive Snow. Advent Priest Autopsy. Commander, given our extensive battlefield experience against the Advent Priest Autopsy can now be completed instantly.
This specimen, known to our troops as the Advent Priest, has up until recently been rarely sighted outside the city center. While not physically intimidating, much like the Elders themselves, these priests are deceivingly powerful psionic beings. Even in death, their remains still radiate with powerful afterimages of psi energy.
Even in death they serve. Research report, Advent Priest Autopsy, codename Apostle. Among the aliens' more reclusive forces, the Advent unit we've come to identify as the Priest has recently become a regular sighting for our forces deployed in the field. These priests apparently wield a great deal of power over their subordinate Advent units, relying on psionic control to issue orders and exert their will in battle. While their physical appearance is no more striking than that of a typical Advent soldier, their talents in wielding psionic energy clearly differentiates them from the standard hybrid unit. Based on my post-mortem examination, I believe the source of this increased proficiency comes from a careful genetic manipulation, a hallmark of the Elder's forces. In this case, an unusual synaptic configuration allows for what I believe to be psionic transduction between otherwise distinct and unrelated cell types found throughout the body. In combat, these increased pathways for the storage and release of psionic energy allow the priest to project control over its enemies in the field, while bolstering the survivability of its allies. Perhaps most critically, the priest has been known to sustain its own life force through psionic manipulation, cheating death in a way not seen among the Elder's other subordinate alien races. In the interest of preserving our troops' lives, I've made this particular skill the focus of my research going forward. Artigan. Sustaining Sphere. The Sustaining Sphere is an emergency failsafe mechanism that automatically activates when a soldier is on the brink of death, placing them in temporary suspension to extend their life. The sphere can only be used in combat once and will be permanently removed from the soldier's inventory once activated. Alright. Oh. So yeah, I'm going to hold off on the autopsies for a bit. It is very tempting to do these other weapons, but I think it's time for us to research the...
I will make that our highest priority.
The extra shoot.
I was not going to admit it to Shin. But there is one thing I miss more than my lab equipment. Those damn juicy Advent burgers. I don't know where they get the meat. And frankly, I do not want to know.
Alright,
The Templars seek to take from the Elders what is most precious to them. The psionic power they draw from this world and all the other worlds they have dominion over. If the Templar followers would pursue their goal to the Elders' ruin, then...
Commander?
Your message took too
Long live
long.
the resistance.
Vigilo Confido, Commander. We will share your message of resistance across South Africa and beyond. Research breakthroughs are twice as likely to occur now with machine learning. Okay, so...
Avenger.
No! Damn it! Okay, so... I don't believe I have options for more loot. So I think we make contact in South America, build the radio tower. So yeah, New Chile. Once contacted, the Resistance in New Chile will regularly collect 39 supplies on behalf of XCOM. Any connected regions will also become available for contact. Now that's all instant.
We've established contact with the local resistance forces in this region, Commander. We're ready to move on the coordinates we pulled from the Codex.
Okay, but before we do that, up to New Brazil.
New regional contacts located.
New Mexico, where the Resistance is spreading, Commander. By making contact with the people of New Brazil, the local Resistance in New Mexico is now available for contact. Now, we... 4 days for the supply drop, so I think it's going to take us longer to put down the... Okay.
Signals coming through clear.
I'm going to settle for Eastern U.S., which apparently includes New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and part of Quebec and Ontario.
New regional contacts located.
Obviously, we're not going to get all of North America, but... And we do not have the supplies. Okay. So, I think I'm going to settle for another engineer. But I'm going to have to interrupt it to get the...
Commander, we've utilized all of our available communications capacity. We can't establish any new contacts until we upgrade our systems.
As trusted allies, I ask that you aid my kind in the battle ahead.
Commander, the Sunset Brigade have a high priority mission for you. Holy crap, that's a lot of enemies. So we've got an Archon, a Spectre, a Gatekeeper, Codex, Andromedon, Muton, Elite Lancer, and Lost Brute. So, like, the crazy thing about this one, like, these are all of the difficult enemies we've run into. So even though it looks like I was ready to go on to a story mission, I think maybe we need to bring the A-team for this. Alright, objective, gather survivors from the abandoned city. So.
Setting course for East Africa.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
Simbawusu's too tired. All right, who's my best grenadier then? Hurricane, and that means Frida. Mox is available. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's the done thing right now. I think we could bring Jane Kelly again, but... let's think about... Med kit, Talon rounds. Alright, I think that does it.
Sky Ranger deployed.
I will confess it's an open question as to whether or not the it's an open question as to whether or not the 2 Rangers is the right call for this one. But we'll see.
One of our contacts in the Resistance has reached out with an emergency request. Advent forced some of their people into hiding inside the remains of the old city nearby, and they've lost contact with the group. We don't have an exact fix on their location, but the Resistance is sending us an envoy to aid in the rescue.
Some of these are really good names. So Operation Black Palace, gather survivors from an abandoned city, gather resistance survivors, deliver survivors to the extraction point in the ruins of Cairo. So I guess technically we don't need to exterminate everything.
The VIP and our Resistance contact are hunkered down and holding positions somewhere in this area. Our highest priority is locating them first, but keep an eye out for any additional survivors nearby. Once you've secured the targets, move to the designated coordinates for extraction. Keep your heads up out there, people.
Position is obscured.
Okay. So let's get Rita to take point.
Affirmative.
Not really sure what to do with that. I also probably should have prepped better. You know what? I think I'm gonna settle for focusing on this side of the map. This doesn't reload between missions? Okay.
Move, move, move.
Got it. Moving.
I notice there's no timer on this, but
Already there.
I'm also assuming it doesn't get easier the longer we take.
Affirmative.
So I don't see a lot of value in staying quiet when we're going against the Lost. The problem is that obviously against now that's the sort of thing we do want to go loud against.
Got some hostiles grouped over here.
Okay. Not a great place to be, if I am honest. But here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to set up...
On Overwatch.
I'm on the move. Affirmative, covering now.
Okay.
Roger, I've got my eyes on.
Repositioning.
Okay, so I think I'll let Mox be the one to kick it all off. Now let's go for the certainty. Just chunk of damage.
I got nothing.
Check it before you get too close.
So the Lost are going to be a big problem with this one, but I do actually have a plan for these, even though it may not look like it. So we're going to try our chances on this one. Cool.
I am the victor. Ammunition is low. I have failed us. Need ammunition.
Okay.
Target neutralized.
So Judgment Day also can't finish the job.
Located. Target eliminated. Target package secured.
Oh, that's no good.
It is clear.
Oh, god damn it. I mean, that's a death sentence for him if he hangs around, so... there actually aren't a lot of... There aren't, like, any options for him to move.
I hope it's worth it.
I think we're just gonna have to accept that the Brute's gonna do some damage. You know what? Sorry. I am gonna... I realize, like, enemies coming out of nowhere is part of the game, but this is a little more than I can stomach. It just means that it's a whole hell of a lot that we need to... Okay.
Heading to that location. Scanning.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Moving. Eyes on the prize.
A useful aid.
I don't know if this plays out identical to before, but...
Target still up.
out of ammunition.
Target neutralized. X-ray neutralized. Weapons burning ammo fast!
All right. There are not a lot of good options here, but... Actually, this might have been a good one for a Reaper, but...
There you go. It is clear.
So at least they kind of waste a turn finding us. They do still get like 2 turns after, and these are nasty, nasty units to go after, but... Just miserable all around. Now, if I'm lucky, these things, some of these will go after the aliens, yeah, Advent. But
I'm ready. Hostile terminated. Hostile target down. Target eliminated.
Now, there's one thing I'm not so clear on. And that's whether or not I get to run away.
Draining ammo fast!
Each kill... That's the problem. I'm not going to be doing kills. Yeah, it worked.
No rounds!
Okay.
I am reloading.
I'm trusting you here.
All right. I think I'm going to try my chances against the Lancer.
Missed the target. I'm trusting you here.
Top stop, drop it!
definitely got that one.
He really doesn't have a lot of cover. All right.
What's over there?
Is it even worth trying the shot? Guess we still get the
Adjusting
holographic targeting.
Toss
Okay.
me some ammo.
So Judgment Day's a really tough call here. There's not a whole lot that we can like really. Well, yeah, grappling hook doesn't have infinite range. Okay.
All right, I'll go.
I'm gonna get the loot.
I have it.
I still think I want to take my chances with the Lost, so...
I'm going.
Hey, Ellen Ripley, good to see you. Good lord, that does a lot of damage. Oh, and Vinogradov was killed, so, like, obviously, we're not doing that. Thank you, Ellen Ripley. I am sucking at XCOM right now. I mean, I guess I have a reason why... Oh, see, he's going to be the one who dies no matter what. Okay.
Getting it done.
I'm trusting you here.
Not good.
Ammunition depleted. I reload.
Is Red Alert comprehensible to you because of the communism?
Good to go. I'm trusting you here.
All right. So yeah, I think we're gonna just try our luck with the.
We might need
Okay.
this. It's dead. It has to be dead. I got it, right? Get it together!
So what I'm trying to do here is avoid.
I'm going.
I'm trying to avoid the big area of effect that comes from the. Yeah, you know what?
Got it covered.
I think we're gonna
Heading out.
move back. Well, at least it does damage on a miss.
Adjusting aim.
I'll be honest with you, I'm still not 100% sure how that works, but too many people clustered up. Oh right, I forgot about feedback. Okay, that might actually save me. And apparently they're not coming after the... They're not coming after the advent. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I'll go.
This may be further than necessary, but I want to...
Let's rock.
I want to make sure I'm properly clear of this. Mox has got to get out of Dodge.
I will go.
Actually, Justice would have been much better to... That would be kind of awesome, but I'm not that bold. I am bold enough to try a crazy-ass melee strike on the... Okay, I have an idea here.
I hope it's worth it. Here, catch!
This will obviously summon more Lost, but... But... that now opens up Judgment Day to do a melee strike, which should kill this thing. Wait, he took 5 damage off of that? I'm calling shenanigans.
What's over there?
And then we get to slice a codex to boot.
Target eliminated.
I'm gonna have to content myself with running back
On
here.
your order.
Now,
Check it before you get too close.
I didn't exactly want to waste a sniper shot on this, but...
I definitely got that one.
Okay, I'll take it.
It's dead. It has to be dead. Ready to go. Scanning.
So again, I need to do some healing on the team before we meaningfully move forward, but as long as we don't lose Lewis this turn, which... doubtful? Alright, I'll take it.
Taking heavy fire!
Oh my god. Actually, I have a fun idea with... okay, so I'm curious about justice.
No one escapes. Their casualties grow. We take from the Elder stock.
Alright, so... I think what I want to do... no.
If you say so.
Okay. So I wanted to minimize the movement on the part of my...
explosive or anything, right?
on the part of my team, but... get Judgment Day in place here.
This might sting a little.
I think I'm gonna settle for an Overwatch with Mox. Now at this point, I mean, obviously can't run Lewis up forward like this, so let's just take our best shots against the weakest enemies.
One down, thousands to go. Big deal.
This one's got a lot of health. Okay, but crits change the equation there.
Happy now?
It's a very typically British attitude.
There you go.
All right.
Back online.
I did not realize that he gets to move, but I don't feel the need to.
X-ray neutralized.
I'm not expecting miracles here, but let's see. Yeah.
Get it together.
Okay, Hurricane definitely needs to get ready to go. I think at this point probably an Overwatch is what the doctor ordered. I mean, we'll hope for the best, but I'm not expecting a whole lot from the sniper shots. Yeah. You know what? I don't need this kind of negativity in my life.
My failure is my own.
2 Spectres is a lot. Also keep in mind, we have not moved from our, like, initial location.
I got nothing.
Okay, so what we kind of need to do here is focus down an enemy and ideally get it out of position. So unfortunately we've used Justice, so if I'm going to move anything out of position it's going to be Mox. I could try Whiplash. I don't hate this.
A searing attack. No ammo.
I think the problem is Wrath basically kills him against the Archon, so...
Readying weapon.
It is clear.
Alright, so... fingers crossed. Okay.
There you go.
So it doesn't matter if the enemy gets damaged. It matters that we get the holographic sight.
I'm out of firepower over here.
So what I'm thinking we do here, I'm thinking we move... So Ripcord's currently exposed. I would have liked to have used her to heal, but...
I guess that'll be okay.
I'm sorry, I'm going to be a real cheeseball on this one and do a temp save, because we're going to be here a while if I don't. Yeah. I don't like doing that, but I also know we're already signing up for a really long time on this mission, so I wanted to try and get small efficiencies where I could. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is take the guaranteed hit with the combat protocol on the Spectre. That's bad. I think the other thing that's crazy about that is that if that's a 97% chance to hit, that's like one of whatever my next shot is guaranteed to miss. So this is so obviously not where my team was. That was weird. All right. I'm curious if the drones have done this. Interesting.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
I was not expecting to see 100% here.
I got it, right?
I mean, so the tricky part here, right, is that I can get Lewis Turner to take out the Spectre here. I'm not sure what the theory is for the rest of this, but...
Target eliminated. Weapons burning ammo fast! ammo!
Well, he's obviously not going to be able to hit the Archon, so...
There you go.
I could theoretically use the or no, I can't. I mean, either way, I'm assuming the Archon just moves up to
All right, I'll go.
melee me.
Time to mop 'em up.
I was not expecting to see that move. I don't know if that means it's going to try and take out the VIP or not, but... If it does, I don't actually have an answer to that either. But... Okay. Again, this is a very difficult one that I don't have good ideas for, so... One of the things I do want to prioritize with my team is healing. But the problem is we're getting kind of swarmed by Lost as well, so... So I'm going to get Judgment Day.
Come on, get back in the fight!
So I guess the question is, do I want Mox or Vinogradov to get the next heal? I think probably Mox.
To that position.
This might sting a little.
So of course this means that my armored grenadier is going to have to work behind the scenes for a little bit longer. Don't have many options with the sniper rifle, sadly.
I definitely got that one. If you say so.
I mean, one option I do have is I can try Wrath.
There is no forgiveness. Utilizing hook. I am the victor.
Now I was kind of expecting... I was expecting to be able to do an attack after that. So I will settle for run and gun.
It's worth it.
Every little bit helps. Best I can do is an Overwatch.
Come and get some.
We're green to go.
Now I don't want to get too far ahead.
Moving to position.
Locked and loaded.
I actually think at this point a Overwatch would not go amiss with this character. The thing is, we know there's an Archon running around wanting to hurt us, so... Alright. So we'll try and regroup a little bit closer to the VIP.
To go.
I'm trusting you here.
That sucks.
Not even close.
I think at this point we try and take out the two. I'm assuming that there's just an infinite stream of Lost that are going to be coming after us, but I'm trying to be a bit more systematic with how I go through the level. Okay, that's welcome. So what I can do here is reload with the sniper, and then that just preps us for the next turn.
Scanning.
Okay. With some trepidation, I'm going to move
on the move.
This unit up. That's why I was
one
worried.
of the contacts we were looking for, but there are still others in the area. We have a visual confirmation on the VIP. Remember, getting that VIP to the extraction point supersedes all other priorities. Don't let anything happen to him.
I think we go for the highest expected damage. Thing is, I can't really blow stuff up. Knowing that well,
whatever you say.
I don't like it, but I'll take it.
Not too shabby.
I do like the idea of at least forcing them out of a comfortable position, but again, this is a unit that I don't want to expose to a lot of threat. Okay, biggest problem here is all of these locations don't have much in the way of cover.
A useful aid.
Yeah, so either I go without cover or I go without targets, so let's take advantage of the opportunities as they emerge.
It struck their armor.
At this point, I just need to make sure that Judgment Day has got
Go!
cover for the next turn. Team's not exactly unified yet. The one thing that's an advantage to us is the tactical analysis. Mox, you deserve whatever's about to happen to you.
Took some damage here.
Now, I need to allow for the possibility that the Lost are going to be more focused on the Advent units. Obviously don't want to bank on that, but God, that's a lot of guys. No, this is actually my best squad. This is just a really, really difficult mission, it turns out. Also, good to see you, Underwater Monk. Alright. So, not a lot of good chances to hit. In fact, overall, this is a tough situation to be in. So, run and gun's not available to me. I could try something with the grappling hook. But I think that's going to put me in the same spot Mox was before, so as a second best...
What's over there?
I'm going to move up. I'm going to try and remove the suppression on... I'd love to hit the Andromedon, but let's clear out the Muton. Ouch.
That is not good.
Well, I mean, it removed the suppression, that's something.
Hard target, minimal damage.
Okay. Gonna give this some time before I think the obvious move for Mox is to eliminate this Muton here. Before we do that... Okay, sorry, I'm gonna try and be a little corny with the Lost.
Cover me! Reloading! We deny our creators. We take from the Elder stock. I need ammunition. Their service is over.
Okay.
Ammunition depleted.
So we only have one target here, which is the Andromedon. But we have to go against the alien itself now. I don't fancy this guy's chances,
No problem,
but
boss.
we can at least try and get some high ground here.
Well, how about that? Burning through ammo fast.
Alright, it's a 100% chance to hit the shell, so...
I'm all out.
Man, I didn't even think we could do the Haywire protocol on this thing. Actually, I guess, sorry, this is getting a little silly, but... I did want to see if, well, okay,
What's over
let's
there?
see if I can move.
Haywire's a go.
So believe it or not, I'm not going to reload off of that. I was mostly curious if I could.
We could use one of those. It's blocking me out.
This seems like an acceptable alternative.
target down.
Go away! I thought there was another, I thought there was another friendly unit in the area.
On your order.
I mean, I guess that's about as good as
I'll get him
Overwatch.
next time.
Now I think I'm just helping the Muton.
Adjusting sight.
Well, you know, we help each other. Okay, that's actually kind of awesome. This unit doesn't move far enough to...
I guess that'll be okay.
I mean, I can combat protocol. Let's...
Reloaded.
So honestly, at this point, I think we just need
Got it
to
covered.
overwatch most of this stuff.
Ready weapon. The light has left them.
I think I'm willing to try the Muton first.
We must destroy their armor. My weapon is almost depleted.
It's not good for this character.
Reloaded.
So let's try and take down as many close ones. Yeah.
Happy now?
Prioritizing the targets is a really
On
tricky
reserves.
one.
Okay, so I got one. Back in. Got no ammo.
So this next one's really about making it easier to hit the Muton, but if we take it out, so much the better.
Not even close.
Alright. Actually, combat protocol will take this out. I've got an idea with Razor. So Slash does anywhere between 8 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's time for us to do Reaper.
I'll make it clean. Hostile terminated.
Okay, that's good to know.
X-ray neutralized. Target neutralized. Hostile target down. X-ray neutralized.
This is the time when the computer gets to
I'm on
scream
it.
about the absolute nonsense that XCOM lets you get away with. So, yes to claiming the
Location
VIP.
confirmed.
Oh, actually, Ellen Ripley, I should mention your character featured in the last mission, I believe.
Menace 1-5, you've got the primary targets in tow. Secure any additional operatives if possible, but make sure you get our contacts to the evac point.
I'm kind of making an assumption here that there won't be further lost for the immediate
Got it. Moving.
future, but
Location confirmed.
On the move. I'm all over it.
Moving far.
so I'm going to have a bit of there's a detour in the sense that I'm picking up the other operative, but I think that is time well spent.
On it.
There are no additional VIPs or resistance operatives working in that area. You should be clear to move for
Ooh,
extraction.
Another ranger.
Good to go.
So I wouldn't be surprised if
Overwatch.
more Lost show up before the end of this, but
Go, go, go!
at the very least we can move everyone close to the evac point.
Yes, Commander. I am reloading.
I'm going. It's killing time.
Okay, Razor's got it. Okay, actually, that's good to know that Razor can leave immediately. I'm definitely getting the objectives out, but I think the amount of reloading that I've been doing also indicates that there are very rare circumstances under which I'll accept the loss of a...
VIP secure and in
Roger
position for
that.
evac.
Firebrand has the VIP. Commander, we should get the rest of our people to the extraction point as soon as possible. The longer we wait around, the worse our chances look.
Oh, hang on. Stalker was the...
I can handle that. Heading home. Already there.
Affirmative.
So I think everybody should be in range to evac.
Running! Scanning.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get the blockers out of the way.
All right, I'll go.
Heading out. Getting it done. Got it.
As fun as it would be to go after another lost swarm.
I hope it's worth it. Let's go!
Just in time.
But yeah, I think the discouraging part about this mission is that it's kind of clear that even with a highly equipped team,
I'm gone.
I don't think, like, I'm not quite at the point where I can take on the best that Advent has to offer, which is obviously an indictment of my my skill.
Evac confirmed.
Deployment complete.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
Mission accomplished, Commander.
Should be good for corpses, though.
According to Advent officials, recent attacks by dissident elements operating outside of the city centers have done little to slow the progress of Advent's ongoing development or outreach programs. Voluntary citizen emigration numbers are reportedly at their highest level in recent years.
So, with the extra supplies, I can definitely see...
I have yet to discover exactly what type of exposure led to the creation of these lost civilians, but their numbers would indicate a widespread effect.
Yeah, so I think I can see, with the extra supplies, that'll get us the better armor, but I can definitely see the need for more equipment. All right, we got another Colonel. I mean, why would I not take Reaper after that? Hail of bullets versus Savo. So, launching, throwing grenades, or using heavy weapons with your first action will not end your turn, or unleash a hail of bullets that's guaranteed to hit your target but use a lot of ammunition. Both are tempting, but let's do Salvo. Alright, Captain Mox. We have got Combat Presence, grant an extra squad mate action. That's very tempting. Retribution, free ripjack attacks on any enemies that enter or attack from melee range. Interrupt, a powerful form of Overwatch. Instead of firing, automatically perform any single action. And Saturation Fire. Okay, so Combat Presence for sure, and then Retribution.
I hope you're ready to be famous.
What? Apparently we don't get any of the stuff we left behind. So we got a couple of colonels. 96 intel and a scientist. The Resistance will be grateful that you were able to assist their forces, Commander. Those who survived the attack will no doubt attest to the true ambitions of XCOM. Okay, let's level up our soldiers. So definitely Shredder. Basically the exact same as last time. So Saturation Fire, fire a cone-shaped barrage of bullets at every enemy in an area. In addition, the cover of those enemies can be damaged or destroyed, uses a lot of ammunition, or Rupture. A Rupture shot deals critical damage and ensures that the target takes an additional 3 damage from all attacks in future. That's really hard to turn on. Okay. Definitely Blade Master. Definitely Shadow Step. Definitely Run and Gun. Yes, Implacable. Untouchable. And Reaper. Now, I believe the training center... Oh, no. The tactics school? We're very poor. Sadly, I don't have any good ideas for how to raise the number of contacts. So either I'm going to have to give up the psionics, which doesn't seem like a good idea.
Well, aside from us getting this ship up and running, which was mostly Dr. Shen's work, I haven't felt particularly useful in a long time. I'm more than happy to leave the hard decisions to the commander.
Okay, I think I'm going to save. I may have to dismantle the workshop so I can get a new... comm center. That feels like overkill. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in South Africa have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. Not now. I thought I was making... Oh, right, we were going for an engineer.
Avenger plotting new course.
Good news is we will be drowning in supplies soon.
Our actions have succeeded, and the elders grow fearful.
Okay. Again, this is good training for the new... let's do supplies. I'll definitely add a ranger to this. So, Sylvia Gonzalez...
We will work hand in hand with our new allies.
I think we got a couple people who've got fear of Archons that need...
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
They're all dead! Okay, let's feel. The Chosen double their efforts to hunt the Commander, seeking to capture XCOM soldiers at every opportunity. Doesn't matter, they're not around. So I think probably stiletto rounds are what we're going to want to avoid. I don't think I want to change any of these.
Avenger plotting new course.
So obviously it'd be nice if I could finish the engineer, but we really need the supplies.
We are victorious, and the cause is advanced.
Okay, I'll take it.
We might take the Elders by surprise. If we switch up our tactics, maybe we should try something new.
I wouldn't feel bad about another Reaper. But I think maybe fabricating a PCS?
My kind will do whatever is needed.
Alright, while we're doing that, let's...
Hey, Commander.
Go to engineering and, Alright.
This is our basic power armor frame, providing the durability you'd expect from a giant armored suit.
I don't want to spend on any of these yet.
You lived in one of the colonies for a few years before linking up with Central, right?
Yes, one of the advantages of working with Advent. On the surface, it was very comfortable, but there was a price for that comfort.
The millions of people in those cities don't seem to mind all that much.
Yes, but Advent is always watching. Between their forces and the aliens themselves, they see everything, not to mention the automated systems. There's nothing quite like providing identification to a lamppost.
I'm not sure we need the extra power right now, but I'm gonna live with it. So again, grab the remaining supplies. And then...
Avenger plotting new course.
So after this, I think we pretty clearly have to follow through on the missions. Otherwise, you know, we're just waiting for the next retaliation.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander.
Stormgun, codename Flak. With the inherent difficulties in trying to forge or manipulate the alien alloys we've recovered from the field, our thought process as to how this material could be used to our advantage turned towards some of our more traditional rudimentary weapons designs. In containing a small cluster of alloy fragments within a highly energized magnetic field, we found it is possible to discharge the cluster using a plasma pulse of varying intensity. The overall design is akin to that of a shotgun, although the result comes more from our inability to form proper projectiles than it does from our desire to generate this particular outcome. Having seen firsthand some of the recent alien forces our troops have been dealing with, I have no doubts they'll still find this new design appealing for its overall stopping power. Artigan. The Stormgun fires a concentrated set of beam particles, piercing and melting the target across a substantial surface area. And inspiration for the Plasma Lance. Commander, our science team had a novel idea related to the Plasma Lance. If we begin research immediately, we should obtain results faster than usual. If we begin another research project instead of acting on this inspiration, the opportunity will be lost. So, I mean, I probably would have done that anyway.
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology. I'll have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Just making sure I don't have any other negative traits to remove. Nope. In a desperate attempt to assert their independence from Advent, a small community constructed a makeshift stockade around a local radio station. We managed to locate the engineer responsible for the design, and Shen convinced them to join her team. Okay, I'm gonna say... Oh, yes, I basically have to do that one. Actually, sorry, I should have... So I'm assuming the Wraith and War suits are what I want instead of the Spider and Exosuits now, but...
The Reapers believe in nothing, and share little interest in preserving the true nature of our world.
They are nihilists, Lebowski.
Avenger plotting new course.
I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to do another battle, but I'll at least...
Our actions have succeeded, and the Elders grow fearful.
Alright, this should be of great help to all who would stand against the Elders. Okay, just some random... I think for now I'm actually gonna settle for gather supplies.
We'll get the job done. Don't worry, Commander. I suppose since that worked, we might as well keep it up, Commander.
Sylvia Gonzalez has received a promotion. New abilities can be examined and assigned by viewing the soldier in the armory. Well, before we do that...
Maybe we need to start selling calendars.
What can I do for you, Commander?
Before I do that...
Command, we should make use of the ring facility and deploy our idle soldiers on a covert action with the Resistance.
Okay, yes, at this point, I think I'm okay. Let's bring Huntsman.
Covert is our specialty. Let's just hope your people can keep up.
Commander,
Sorry, just trying to make sure I don't have to redo some stuff. Alright, new targets acquired. We've acquired new targets for our guerrilla operations against Advent, Commander. So, again, very difficult. Operation Moonprints, stiletto rounds. Some Advent soldiers are equipped with rounds that cause the bleeding status effect. Our alternatives would be... Oh god, and we have to protect the device. And it's full of the Lost. Cool. Eastern Europe would... the Chosen will always attempt to capture soldiers. This would be malpractice to choose this one. And New Australia, barrier, enemy tech, and psionic defense are doubled. I mean, this is not nothing, right? But I think at this point, yeah, we'll go for Moonprints. So we are up against an Archon, Elite Shield Bearer, Elite Trooper, Codex, Spectre, Gatekeeper, again, Muton, Heavy Mech, Elite Purifier, and Lost Brute. So I'm thinking we probably bring
Setting course for
a couple
Sector
of
11, West Africa.
So stuff that shreds armor, and we need hackers.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
Okay, and I was going to bring Dragonova anyway. So now I need a sharpshooter and a grenadier. So my question is, with this spider suit, more health, more armor, I don't see a change in mobility. I think I feel better with a nanoscale vest. I'm gonna double check this. Yeah, so definitely better than the exosuit. Actually, I can also check. And then compared the spider suit. Okay, so there was better mobility and dodge, but I don't think we need to get too clever with this stuff. I think we can, yeah. Finally, superior perception. So that strikes me as one I would give to a sniper if they can. And weapon upgrades. I'm still being a little choosy with what the different people get. God. I don't use smoke that much, but I prefer that to the alternatives. Okay.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5x5.
A Resistance operative managed to rig up some sort of data interception device through an access point on the Advent network running through here. The data is apparently critical to the aliens' latest operation, and they're already moving to destroy the device. We're heading in to make sure that doesn't happen. Take out any hostile targets nearby, secure the AO, and protect that device.
So again, I'm expecting this one to be very difficult in a couple of ways. It's not just the enemies that I'm up against.
Hostile forces are already moving to destroy the data tap installed nearby. We need to lock down the area and secure the device at all costs.
As I expected, Commander, there are significant readings indicative of the Lost moving throughout the combat zone. Be careful out there.
But yeah, so it's not just the the types of enemies that I'm up against. It's the fact that it's going to be forcing me to move through the level pretty aggressively. So, way I'm going to handle this one. This is reckless because I could just find out that I'm triggering an enemy. Like that.
We're visible here! Advent forces on the ground!
Actually, you know what? I wanted to try and sort of play it where it lies, but no. So let's see how this would have worked if I was being responsible and sort of doing a blue move before I
Heading to that location. We've got an enemy squad here.
Okay, that's educational. Now I probably would have tried moving up here, and of course I'm going to use the guilty knowledge to not make such a foolish decision.
Moving on target location.
Interesting. Okay. So I suppose in this circumstance I would just try and get as close as I can with my most fearsome and violent team members.
Stepping off.
It is going to be kind of funny to see the Lost chowing down on the enemy units. I don't have a lot of places to put my people. This is a bit risky, but let's see how it works.
Got it, moving.
You know, I don't think I'm ever gonna quite understand how the Reaper concealment works. I just know it's really helpful. Hey, 1-4, how you doing?
I'll be there soon. Overwatch.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
So this is the kind of badness we need to stop. It's like, oh my god! All right. I don't have a lot of good options here, so
got it covered.
to Overwatch.
So the idea here is I want to hit the shield breaker for the armor. Alright, I'll take it.
Remember, they are not victims.
Cool.
They found us.
Oh, that just screwed up all my Overwatch. I'm so upset about that.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Check it before you get too close.
Alright. So I think Lewis Turner's the only one who's left. And actually at this point...
I'll make it clean. One down, thousands to go. There you go. There you go.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that one. I'm glad that you have sort of like a positive outlook, but that does not sound like a good situation to be in.
Happy now? Big deal.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do something particularly sneaky here.
One down, thousands to go.
Yeah, not quite enough damage to see it through, but I should now be able to, yeah, headshot.
There you go. Big deal. All right, I'll go.
Yeah, so this is dangerous to me, but this is also going to deny them that initial turn. Or, well, initial action on their first turn. So... But obviously there's like a ton of enemies that I'm now going to have to deal with, which is not so good. Yeah.
I'm all right.
So what I want to know is, can I get away with a really brazen attack on this Spectre? So obviously that was a really good turn for us. And again, I probably could have done a better job of explaining the idea of chaining it. So one of the things I want to see here... All right, so that's not sufficient to... Like, I would need some kind of crit. So what I was hoping for was that I would be able to go in, do just, like, some kind of nonsense with the Spectre here. But I still have some options available to me. So, for starters, let's reload.
Rock and roll. There you go.
Okay, so then I'm gonna get my implacable with this.
Happy now?
Ah, I thought I was gonna be able to move. That's no good. We'll see what the consequences are, but this is definitely one that I can't really live with.
It is clear.
Okay, so I'm gonna reserve the option for Vinogradov right now.
Let's move already!
She's still in the range of that. That really sucks. All right.
Let's do this!
I wish this had played out slightly differently, but... Yikes. We don't have sight on anything here.
On it!
Which says to me that Lewis Turner is in bad shape. I don't think this is worth it against the Spectre.
What's over there? Affirmative. Covering now.
Let's rock!
Alright, so let's see how... Right.
That's a long run.
Okay, I mean, they want to kill this thing, so... Or not?
I didn't come here to die!
Whoa!
So that kind of sucks that the feedback brings the armor back up, but I'm glad we at least have the opportunity.
I think they got me.
Yeah, this doesn't feel good with the high value unit getting in the neck.
That's it!
Okay, so my dream, of course, is to, like, take this thing out with some kind of brilliant, actually, apparently we don't get any real shots on that.
My life is in your hands. I have the objective in range.
Menace 1-5, we've got a line on the target. Move to protect that gear at all costs.
Couldn't get through the armor. You
Now we
must
find
keep
the
me
open.
resupplied. I got it, right?
Like, reloads
Ready to
the
go.
smarter action here. So, sorry to do this, but this really does... I think the fear that I have right now is that it gives me the maximum possible damage as opposed to the real damage. Oh wait, it's gonna blow up and damage him.
Got some advent here.
I keep forgetting that melee killing the that enemy does not that is not aligned with a long time or long-term health. But I have like some kind of security for a little while.
I'm going.
Now this is a really hard one because I obviously want to get closer to the fight.
Solid copy.
We want to try and do the Haywire protocol, but everybody's just too far away. All right, Hurricane, I need you to start doing stuff.
I hope it's worth it. Got it covered.
All right, and unfortunately Mega is
I'm ready.
really far out of the... Yeah, the medic's the
Here I
one
come.
all the way back here.
I'm on it.
I wish it would tell me how much health this thing's got left. Obviously our priority needs to be anything that's in that room taking out the transmitter. Although in fairness, it hasn't been, like, terrible.
Can't take much more of this.
High ground and high cover.
Incoming fire.
Adjusting aim.
Not exactly what I want to be spending ammo on, but I don't get to pick. Alright, and now they are moving past... Okay, So I do have some ideas here. One of the things is to take advantage of the headshot mechanic. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with a bunch of shotgun damage on the last dashers. This is as much as I can, just mowing the lawn, basically.
There you go. Big deal. Happy now?
Now, my preference would be to take this thing out. But one, I can hit this thing, and then two, I can sort of run around the edge. The drawback is these guys sometimes explode when you take them out, so...
There you go. I've got it.
And apparently Implacable is no longer a thing for this guy. Sadly, that means I have to redo that turn. So I'm not quite sure what the story is with him, why he's not... I mean, I'm assuming he just doesn't have the ability, but I remember when I used to take people out with a melee hit, like it would be...
Happy now?
It would be a, like a guaranteed follow-on turn.
One down, thousands to go.
Maybe it's got something to do with dual strike.
Big deal. There you go.
Combined standard shot by the soldier and their bond mate. Okay. Apparently we can only do that to the Muton, though, and I would prefer to make sure that the... Oh, I just don't have a shot on the Spectre. Okay. Well, I'm sure I can probably just take out the Muton on its own.
There you go.
Okay, so I think probably we reload.
Cover me, I'm reloading. One of many. Good riddance.
So
My ammunition is almost gone. I have no more rounds.
That was worth a
The
try.
shadows fail us.
Alright, now I do not like... I do not like the option for Frida Kraus. But I mean, I don't really have any other options, so...
It's dead! It has to be dead!
Could try Killzone here.
On lockdown!
Thank heavens. Alright. I'm reserving the right. I'm going to try not to take advantage of it, though.
Let's take it!
So weirdly enough, that probably would have been enough to control, but I'm happy to go for a shutdown in this case.
Grab that bot. I'm in.
I know we're gonna have to deal with a big, kind of a big wave of Lost before too long.
What's over there?
Okay, so got a Spectre or a Purifier. I think the Spectre's public enemy #1. But... Oh yeah, well, especially with it. Oh yeah, we've got a Muton friend. Okay.
Got it, moving!
Yeah, I think at this point the Spectre's gotta go. And I don't really trust the sniper to be able to solve that.
Happy now?
I'm on it.
Toss me some ammo! That all you got?
Oh god, how ballsy do I want to get with Lewis Turner?
What's over there? One down, thousands to go. Burning through ammo fast!
Not enough to kill the Purifier.
Armor still holding. Dead in the water here.
Give me time to reload.
Don't really like those odds, but...
I definitely got that one.
I figure that's probably heading to Dragonova when the turn's done. Okay. I do face a bit of a dilemma here. In one sense, it makes sense to shoot this thing down. Damn. Okay. So.
Ready to go! One down, thousands to go.
At least we get the holographic targeting.
Not good. Burning through ammo fast.
Yeah, so I was a little worried about this. I don't actually have any targets for this unit, so looks like teamwork's the best option for this.
We have nothing to fear.
Unfortunately, this unit doesn't have anything to show for it either.
I will reposition.
All right. So my next best.
I guess that'll be okay.
The thing that I'm worried about here is that this is a prime target for fire. Actually, I don't need to get clever about this. Combat protocol guarantees the kill.
I got something over here. Here I come!
Sounds like that thing's back online. Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but... Frida is not a popular name anymore. You only use it in Scandinavia now, which means peace. Interesting. Yeah, I'm sort of I'm going with whatever the game assigned. I think we can try for the Deadeye here.
I got it, right?
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure.
All right, I mean...
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
I definitely needed, like, resets on that, but that maybe wasn't as disastrous as I was thinking it would be. The Reaper kind of came in...
20 years of peace and prosperity will not be undone by the reckless actions of a few misguided dissidents today.
Yeah, Judgment Day is...
Stand with the elders. Trust in their wisdom, and we shall overcome this crisis.
Judgment Day was definitely the hero on that one, but I don't know. It was okay.
Our friend from the Resistance is becoming one of our most trusted veterans. It's a testament to our cause.
Alright, so we've got Restoration. The Gremlin flies to each squad member, healing or reviving them as needed, or Capacitor Discharge, send the Gremlin to a location where it emits a substantial electric discharge, damaging and potentially stunning all nearby units. Robotic units take more damage. I think I'm going to go for a Restoration on this one, but I do want to try Capacitor Discharge at some point.
If it improves morale, then I suppose there is no harm in it.
Alright, we got a Codex Brain, an Advanced Hair Trigger, Shield Bearer Corpse, 20 Lost Corpse, an Archon Corpse, Advent Trooper Corpse, Spectre Corpse, Gatekeeper Shell, Muton Corpse, Purifier Corpse, and a Mech Wreck.
Hello, Commander.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts to secure the intercepted remote reconnaissance footage will no doubt be a blow to the aliens' latest developments on their project. Longest is 5 days. So. Okay, now I do need to wrap up. I'm going to say not quite yet. We have 1 day for the Plasma Lance, so... I do want the supplies.
Avenger plotting new course.
Our inspiration did prove beneficial.
Plasma Lance research complete.
Commander, we still have the body of the recovered alien test subject in storage. I can begin an autopsy at any time. It could lead to critical breakthroughs in our own research and scientific development.
Plasma Lance, codename Creasy, September 18th, 2035. With the variety of hostile forces our soldiers are tasked with facing, it seems only logical to provide them with varying alternative means of engaging the enemy, in this case, from a much greater range than previously thought possible. By focusing the standard plasma bolt through a series of modulating rings, a single powerful shot capable of devastating targets at extreme range can be produced. As is typically the case, the limitations of our environment preclude us from fully testing the bounds of these new plasma-based sniper rifles outside of a simulated environment. Regardless, I'm sure our troops will be eager to find these new limits on their own in the field, and I expect to hear of their exploits for some time to come. Although the Reapers object to the use of alien technology in principle, we have assured them that beam weaponry under development here is of our own design. Regardless of their objections, the energy-based vector rifle is without question superior to any past variant they have ever wielded. And the alien-focused beam technology has obvious applications for improving sniper rifles. The Plasma Lance is an unmatched sniper rifle. Spare parts. Commander, we have made an astounding breakthrough. We must begin researching spare parts 1 immediately, otherwise the opportunity will be lost. Improvements to... I love the idea of lower cost. I just don't know... you know what? I think...
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you
I'll
when I
bite
have
the
a full
bullet on
report
that, but...
available.
New orders, Commander?
And then...
I wish we had a simulator for Bradford to practice on. If he crashes this ship, I might just hand him over to Advent myself.
At some point I'm going to need to decide, like, the war suit and wraith suit and such. I'm actually quite low on most of the materials that I need, but I also think probably this would count as one of my higher priority construction projects. Okay, this seems like a good place to leave it. Oh, wait a minute. I messed up.
Avenger plotting new course.
I'm gonna lock this in for the 3 days, because if I don't, then I'm really I'm in trouble. Yay! Sensors detected an immense heat signature coming from a seemingly abandoned warehouse. Shen was able to remotely identify the heat signature as an overloaded alien power supply, which we recovered and used to bolster the reach of our communication system. I mean, heavy weapon sounds really cool, but... Alright. I do want to make contact. But do I want to pay for the privilege? We get more if I contact New Mexico, so...
We've utilized all of our available communications capacity. We can't establish any new contacts until we upgrade our systems.
Alright, I'm going to leave it here. I think what I'm probably going to do for the sort of the next couple of periods, idle staff and the yeah, that's fine. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the supplies and then build the towers where I can, because we're one contact away from being able to claim the world. So it's like it's one of these ones where I'm sort of like idling a little bit.
With all that's been going on, we've never really had time to consider the possibility, but I have to believe Valen is still out there somewhere. She wasn't the type to let the collapse of XCOM stop her research.
I think the big thing here is that for the last little while I've been sort of idling because we've been taking out the Chosen. That's been, and you know, we brought the Advent project down to 0. So that's bought us some time to sort of build up. But I think I do need to start sort of cashing in those advantages. So what I'd like to do is at least get the sort of radio towers down, because that will mean that for things like the supply drop, we're able to sort of maximize the return. And then of course it'll reduce the intel cost when it comes time to contact that final region. But at some point, I do actually need to do the Codex Brain Coordinates mission. And again, I've largely been avoiding the Shadow Chamber missions for the simple reason that I don't... like, I've got enough on my plate right now, but it wouldn't hurt to have something in the queue ready to go sooner rather than later. But again, all of that will be for a future episode. So thank you everybody for watching. And Merry Christmas, because it has crossed over to the 25th in Canada now, at least my part of Canada. So I will just mention, I do intend to stream sometime tomorrow. I will say I don't have an exact time for that, for the simple reason that I usually try and get any like contact with family and things like that out of the way so I don't get interrupted during the broadcast. But I will confirm, I'll try and do it like sometime in the afternoon so that people who, you know, I'm kind of conscious of the time zones for everyone. So, but yeah, I don't, we may do some games, but definitely the plan is to read at least one Christmas story. I have one in mind, so I'm hoping most of you will be surprised and delighted by it. And then depending on sort of depending on the mood, we may play some games, we may hang out or talk about things, but usually there's a lot of reading, and then we'll play it by ear. And then I think I'd originally planned to do Friday, but I didn't realize that Friday is actually Boxing Day, so I am actually going to take the holiday for myself. So I believe that will mean our next stream is next Monday. The current plan is XCOM. But the following Wednesday, it is New Year's, so I am, again, going to take advantage of the holiday. So I'm going to be sort of phoning it in a little bit for the streams, but that's just because I've had a lot to do lately. And I do kind of want to, I don't know, where I can, I want to try and keep sane and take my holidays. But yes, I will see hopefully at least some of you tomorrow. I'm going to just take a minute here and see who is online. Sorry to subject you all to the silence. I don't think... Yeah, I don't have anybody online. I feel slightly awkward about this, but thank you everybody for watching. I've got nobody to host, so I'm going to leave it there. If you're not already following, Revive Snow, give Revive Snow a follow. Wonderful broadcaster. And Narkexy occasionally, Narkexy also streams every once in a while. Anyways. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out, and very Merry Christmas to all of you. I will hopefully see some of you tomorrow, and I will maybe type in the Discord and on Twitter roughly when I plan to broadcast. But until then, see you next time.